Good morrow, my lovely little ghosts, and welcome to the Dark Orchard. I'm Laura, and it's back to school season. As I said in my intro, it's back to school season, and today's video is going to be school themed. More specifically, I'm going to be reacting to some of my old school photos. So in preparation for this video, I dug deep down into the digital archives and I pulled out about 13 different photos for us to look at and see my weirdness as it blossomed. So how this is going to work is I'm going to pop the pictures in right here, and then I'm going to talk about them and explain what's going on in these pictures. So before we get started, there's a few things you need to know about me in high school. I was very weird. I was the president of the SAD Club, the Students Against Destructive Decisions. That's SADD, Students Against Destructive Decisions. I was the president. And then I was also the founder of a thing called Books for Tots and Teens, where I would gather books and school supplies and other miscellaneous things and then give those supplies to tots and teens that needed it. Those are two of my biggest accomplishments in high school. And at least one of these pictures reflects that, and it's actually the first picture. So without further delay, let's get started with the first image. This lovely little picture was taken at a Scholastics warehouse. That's right, not a Scholastics book fair, but a whole Scholastics warehouse. My mom and I would go there and pick out books, and then we would go to festivals, and as Books for Tots and Teens, we would give the books out. So this is an image of me in the Scholastics warehouse, filling up my buggy with books that I would in turn give away to children. And as you can see, I'm wearing a super baggy sweatshirt because I was very self-conscious about the way my body looked. So baggy jeans, baggy sweatshirt, very straight, undyed hair. Laura. And also those tennis shoes, I wore white kids until like senior year of high school, when I discovered the wonders of Converse and other kinds of shoes. So my entire life I wore kids. White kids. No matter what else I was wearing. That's a little glimpse at that. The next image. This was not staged. This was actually a candid photo taken by my high school best friend during math class. During math class. Like, the teacher is literally teaching right behind me. Don't believe me? There he is. Right there. The teacher. Right there. Just teaching away behind me when these pictures were taken. That's how much I cared about math. And this was actually like the lowest level math you could possibly take. My brain doesn't math. Math is not something that I'm good at. But it's okay. Teacher's actually really super cool. I see him in town all the time. He still remembers me. I just didn't like math. But he was awesome. Didn't like math though. Was terrible at math. As you can see, did not pay attention in math class. I was the girl with the camera in high school, so I had a digital camera with me all the time. It was a little compact Fuji film camera, and it took digital pictures, which actually was kind of new. We just were getting digital cameras instead of ones that we had to develop, so it was super cool to be able to just snap pictures and keep them. So we'll just keep it on this picture while I talk about the digital stuff. The camera, the Fuji camera, would actually write on an XD card instead of an SD card. And it was more square than the SD cards that we're used to. And now we even have micro SD cards, which is just like mind-blowing. It would write on the XD cards, and the files were so tiny. Like, super tiny, like itty-bitty files. But they still produced pretty decent pictures. If you can look at this and tell, it was a pretty decent picture. But anywho, next picture. This was taken on Spirit Day. I had all of my friends sign those pants. And then the next day of Spirit Day, I wore them. We went all out for Spirit Day. My school mascot was a phoenix. So, phoenix just is like a theme in my life, apparently. You can kind of see on her shirt that it says phoenix. But I painted myself all over. Like, blue and yellow all over, and so does she. School Pride was a huge thing. Spirit Week was a super huge thing for me. Like, it was my one chance to do outrageous things and not get made fun of for them. So I went all out on Spirit Days. All out on Spirit Days. And this is just one example. Okay, this is pretty low quality, I admit, but it's probably like a screenshot of a picture or something, because I used this picture so much when I was little. This dress was my Halloween costume, but I did not know anything about wigs or anything about making costumes or anything, so this was just a dress that I absolutely fell in love with. This picture was taken at school, but it was taken after hours because I had a sad club scavenger hunt, and I decorated the whole school Halloween themed. All the hallways were decorated, all of my friends were dressed up like different kinds of characters, and then we wrote down clues to go with the costumes that we had, and then the people that came to the scavenger hunt had to hunt us down. Like, we had someone dressed like a Dalmatian, and we had like a Cruella hint to try to get them to find the Dalmatian, and we had a mad scientist, so we had like a spooky scientist thing in the science lab, and it was so super cool, and I wish we would have had the technology and the mindset to film it all. So I became a clue in the scavenger hunt as a little devil, and I thought my costume looked super cool, much cooler than it actually looked. I had the red cape, and I had the little devil horns that stick into your hair. I still have those. I think those are really, really cute. They just clip into your hair. And I have a pair of black ones too. But my favorite part was my tail, because it was this long red tail, and the tip of it was pierced, and then around the like triangle part of the devil tail was red fur. So it was real punk. It was a really punk devil's tail, and I thought I looked super cute. My Halloween scavenger hunt at the school. This one's a classic. This one, oh my gosh. This was a normal day at school. This was not Spirit Week. This was not anything odd. This was just me in sewing class, being me. I believe it was my friend Katie that took this picture, and those glasses were not prescription. They were just glasses that I thought looked cool. I don't remember if this was actually taken in October, but you'd think it was because of my shirt, but I don't really remember. Could have been, couldn't have been, I don't know. This is just classic Laura. This is one of my favorite photos from high school. Like, in general, one of my favorite photos of me ever. It's me. It's dorky, and it's cute, and it's kind of spooky, and I love it. And oh, in this picture we get to see my highlights. The first time I ever did highlights in my hair was for junior prom, and I thought it made such a transformation. So this is probably the end of junior year or the beginning of senior year, because I have highlights. This picture was junior year, and this is after school, the day before prom. So before I had dyed my hair, and I actually have my hair pushed back in this picture because I was trying to keep the oils from my hair getting on my face, because at the time I still thought I had bad acne, when in reality it was just rosacea breakouts, and the oil from my hair had nothing to do with it. But as you can see in that picture, totally thought it did. This Saturday was the day that I dyed my hair for the first time, had it styled, got into my outfit, looked real cute. The theme for this prom was Vegas nights, and if you guys want to see like my prom pictures and stuff like that, I'll totally do a video on that, because I looked kind of cute and the outfits were really super cute. I even designed my senior prom dress, so if you want to see that kind of stuff, just let me know. But this was the Friday before junior prom, and all of the stuff around me are tablecloths and different decorations for the Vegas night prom breakfast, the Sad Club prom breakfast, and it was the safe and sober alternative to going somewhere else after prom. So our goal was to get everyone to go from prom to the prom breakfast, eat a healthy breakfast, and then go home. I also thought this shirt was so super cool. I wore this Midnight Cowgirl shirt so much because I thought it was just like the perfect blend of country and punk. And at this time, I was spending like so much time in Nashville that it just made sense to me. Speaking of Nashville, this actually was not taken in Nashville, but this is sort of a blend of different things in my life too. I was really into like Cowboys. The Young Riders was one of my favorite shows. I was just like super into that kind of stuff, but also super punk and super into that kind of stuff. So it was just like a weird blend. I was a weird child, okay? So this picture is me dressed like a pirate because Books for Tots and Teens was pirate themed because books are treasures waiting to be discovered. And that was our catchphrase. That's what we built everything off of. So this is me riding a mechanical bull dressed like a pirate. Or the thing I'm wearing on my head is a bandana that I got at the beach. My aunt hated it so much, and because I wore it so much, she actually hid it from me. I basically lived in that bandana when I wasn't at school. So this is what I would do on the weekends in high school. Oh Lord. This picture. I don't remember the movie, but I randomly got invited to go with the cool goth kids to a movie, and this is what I wore. I told them I hadn't washed my hair, so they gave me a beanie to wear, and that purse, that purse is a Yoda pillowcase that I sewed myself and just left the top open and put straps on it and made it a purse instead of a pillowcase like it was supposed to be. And yeah, it's Yoda. It's just a big green Yoda purse, and that's what I carried that night. The belt is personalized. I got it personalized in Nashville, so it has my name on it and some roses. And that shirt is another shirt that I used to wear all the time. I was a big fan of that teal. I was a big fan of that color blue. But I wore that shirt all the time because I thought it looked really cool and punk. And that's why I wore it this moment, because I was going out with the cool goth kids. And yeah, I thought I looked much cooler than I actually looked. So this picture was supposed to be a group picture. It was taken with my camera and a timer. So this was pre-selfie time, and we just set it on a well and stepped back and tried to get a big group picture. We were the only two that actually came out in the picture. But it's funny. I think it's funny. I think this is just like the perfect representation of Laura trying to be the cool kid, when in reality, Laura's just the weird kid. Speaking of the weird kid, here's the weird kid again. This was senior year. I don't know what I was doing. Again, non-prescription glasses that have ladybugs on them. I have a Star Trek shirt. I'm reading Revenge of the Sith, I think. It's some sort of Sith book. So it's a Star Wars book with a Star Trek shirt. And a Choco Kitty watch. With pigtails, of course. This was the start of my pigtail days that has no end. I still wear pigtails. This was probably the first year I like legit wore pigtails a lot. Weird. I'm pretty sure this picture was taken on Decade Day? Decade Day. I'm not 100% certain. I'm not 100% certain what decade I'm supposed to be from, but I'm pretty sure it was Decade Day. So what you're seeing in this picture is a pair of jeans that I had cut from crotch to foot on both legs, and then put panels of black fabric in between because the pants were too narrow for me. They were boot cut, and I liked flared. So this is just like a pair of pants that I flared myself, and I made them into bell bottoms basically. I have a smiley face button on these pants, but I also have Star Wars patches on these pants. Stormtrooper and a Darth Vader. in patches, just from what I can see. I also have temporary tattoos on my hands, a tie-dyed long-sleeve shirt that I wore, even though I'm most certain it was not cold outside, and matching peace sign necklace and earrings, with like a CC style bandana. Not sure what decade I was going for, probably 60s or 70s, but I looked cute. Also, those steps right there, I fell backwards down those stairs, and I actually went to college with a guy who remembered me falling. It was on School Spirit Day, and I remember that it was School Spirit Day because when I fell backwards, I had a backpack on. It was the only time I ever wore a backpack. And I had the backpack on, and I slid backwards down the first layer, slid down the second, like, platform, and then fell down the back layer too. And I landed and looked up, and this guy was standing there in just blue boxers with the rest of his body painted gold, and his hair was spray painted blue. Then fast forward 4 years later, 5 years later, I'm sitting in college, and this guy remembers me as the girl that turtled down the stairs with her backpack on and landed at his feet. So that was funny. Decade Day, Laura. These just keep getting better and better. Okay. This, I believe, was my sophomore year of school. I want to say sophomore. This is in an English class, after class, so between classes at class change, and I'm thinking it was Tacky Day, Wacky Tacky Day, I think is what it was called. But basically you mismatched stuff. You wore mismatched clothes. I don't remember what the shirt actually says, but it says something about playing air guitar. I'm wearing a single one single peace sign earring, and this one's neon pink. I have a pin with a kitten with wings on it, a hot pink strip of hair to match a hot pink clip in my hair, and the earring, of course. All the bracelets I owned. Like, all the bracelets I owned at the time. A suit jacket, t-shirt, and jeans, and all the necklaces I owned. I'm hoping it was Wacky Tacky Day. Knowing me, it was just a Tuesday, but I'm hoping that it was Wacky Tacky Day. This, I know, was Wacky Tacky Day, and the only reason I know that is because the other person in the picture is also dressed wacky. Once again, I'm wearing every piece of jewelry I owned at the time, including Hawaiian leis, chokers, necklaces, bracelets, every piece of jewelry that I ever owned, I'm wearing right here. I'm wearing some really baggy cargo jeans with a plaid skirt over top of it, a studded belt over top of the plaid skirt, white t-shirt, a button-up blue shirt with white stripes, some sort of pom-pom thing in my hair, I don't know, and of course a clip-on earring, because no Wacky Tacky look by Laura would be complete without a clip-on earring. Oh, the best part, I just realized, I just remembered. Right there. Handcuffs. Little plastic red handcuffs. Why? Why? Wacky Tacky Day. Not just a Tuesday. So, this picture is a very moody Laura who had just been asked a very unsettling question by a classmate, and I documented the moment with a picture. You can kind of see in the picture that I'm holding a giant camera, not a cell phone. This was before cell phones had cameras. She was cute though. She was real cute and skinny, but she thought she was fat. Like, she thought she wasn't very small. I think this is the most moody, punky picture I ever took in high school. And this was right after gym class one day. Not sure if it was senior year or junior year, but it was right after gym class. But yeah, I remember the moments before this picture very vividly. So now it's time for my last photo. I can do a part 2 to this if you want, because I've just got a ton of pictures of me from high school, and I don't know, I really like looking back at them, and you guys might enjoy it. I don't know. Just let me know if you enjoyed this at all. Yeah, here's the last photo. Okay, so this was me in our production of Our Town. My scene starts off, I'm in the audience with everyone else. That dress I had altered because when they cast me and another girl with the same name, and they gave us the exact same dress. So we both altered our outfits in some way so that our dresses didn't look the same. I added a bit of lace around the collar and a cameo at the front, as well as the shawl and just a few other little details. I took it in on the sides so that it fit my body. This is actually a costume. This is not something that I wore every day, but I was a big theater kid. But funny story, I was actually super sick when this picture was taken. You can kind of see it like around the puffiness in my eyes and stuff, but I was coughing every few seconds. So we came up with a backstory with my character. Throughout the story, my character ends up dying, so we came up with the fact that she was just sick. And at the beginning, when I'm coughing, we just had it be part of the character. But I was coughing so loudly that I kept seeing my theater teacher looking at me and glaring at me and shushing me. And I'm like, I can't help it. And this woman in front of me actually offered me some cinnamon. She gave me an actual stick of cinnamon, and then the person beside of her gave me a cinnamon cough drop kind of thing. Like, everyone around me was trying to keep me from coughing, and it was just like the most hilarious thing. But this was one of my favorite moments ever in theater, and I think I look so super pitiful here. My little cousin actually took this picture. She had my camera, and she took pictures throughout the whole thing, even though you weren't supposed to take pictures or anything. She just continuously took pictures of me because she knew that I would want them just for my own personal keep. And she was right, because I think this is one of the cutest pictures of me. It brings back a lot of memories. It flashes back to one of my favorite performances, and that's why I chose this one to be the last picture that I show you guys. But I'd love to do a part 2 if you guys are up for that, because I've got so many more I want to show you. So that was just a few of my most awkward high school pictures, or my most weird high school pictures, I guess you could say. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. I really enjoyed looking back at those pictures and telling you guys what was happening in that moment, because it feels like an entire lifetime ago. Like, it feels like it was just another life completely. Let me know down in the comments if you liked this video, if you'd like to see a part 2, what your favorite picture was from this video, because I want to know. Just tell me what your favorite picture was that I showed in this video. And if you follow me on social media, I want to see one of your favorite pictures from high school. If you're still in high school, send me a picture of like your first day of school outfit or something, because I'd really like to see that too. So all of my social media links are down below, and I'd really like to see those either in DM or on this post when I post that this video has gone up. Just drop a picture and let's talk about it and let's laugh about it and have a lot of fun. So, that was me reacting to a bunch of my old high school photos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you come around again soon. Say bye. Bye. Is the microphone close enough? I guess it is. Let me know but I basically lived in that Bana. So today,
prom was my thing.
So, without further delay, let me know down the all the holiday. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pop this